welcome back to our channel. I'm here with Stassi today, and today we're going to be doing a video about spaying and neutering. And this is our first video in our new section that I am labeling health and safety for pets. So I plan on doing several videos regarding nutrition, health, and safety, and I hope you guys can tune in and look at those videos because I think there's going to be a lot of helpful information. Now, just as a disclaimer, I am not a vet, I'm not a show person, I am not a groomer, and I know I say that all the time in my videos, but because this is talking about health and I know that, some people may, get the wrong impression that I think that I'm a vet or anything like that. Please know that I know that I'm not a vet, and this just comes from lots of research. I'm just a regular dog owner that does a ton of research. I do have a lot of friends in the dog world. I have many show breeder friends from all over the country that are in different breeds, not just Shih Tzus, but different breeds. And I learn a lot through them, and I learn a lot through my own research. And today's topic, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about spaying and neutering. Now, this may be a controversial subject to some people, and it may be a subject that you are familiar with, or perhaps that you have never heard of or thought of before. So that's why I wanted to bring this to you guys' attention, to tell you my beliefs on spaying and neutering and why I am choosing not to spay my pets. So this may come as a surprise to some people because we have been conditioned to believe that responsible pet owners spay and neuter their pets. But I am here to tell you why I am not going to be doing that at this time. I will explain a little bit later on in the video that I will be spaying them at some point, but I don't believe in early spay and neuter for pets, and I'm going to tell you why. The first thing that I think that we need to get clear right off the bat is that if you are a irresponsible pet owner and you don't watch your pets, if they are around any intact females or males, if you leave your pets outside without a leash, if you leave your pets on a tie-out, if this is you, then this is not the video for you. I highly encourage you to spay and neuter your pets. However, if you are a responsible owner like myself, and you know that your dogs are never without your constant supervision, then you may want to stay tuned for this video. So, myself, my dogs are not ever left alone outside. They don't even go outside, but if they do go outside, they would be on a leash. So there's absolutely no chance of my pets or my girls getting pregnant because I'm a responsible owner. So I believe that I am not going to spay them because there are so many studies that have been done to show that spaying early, and when I say early, I am talking about before a dog reaches maturity, and that is about 2.5 years old or so. But there have been many studies that are coming out to show the dangers of spaying and neutering your pets and how many health problems can occur because of early spay and neuter. So I'm choosing to not spay my girls, or at this time, should I say, and then when I do spay them, I am going to be doing what is called an ovary sparing spay, And that is where the veterinarian is going to remove their uterus, but they're going to keep the ovaries intact. I am not going to have a regular spay where they remove the ovaries and the uterus for the reasons that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. So if you guys are more interested in this subject, I do want to tell you about a holistic veterinarian called Dr. Karen Becker. She has many great videos on YouTube, and I highly suggest you looking up her video on the truth on spaying and neutering. It has some great information. It's an eye-opener to hear her talk about this. You can also look up Dr. Judy Morgan, and she also has some information on this subject on YouTube. I will leave those links to those videos in the description box below, and any videos that I find similar to this in the meantime before I post the video, I'll leave it in the description box below. Because I'm not a veterinarian, so I know that I can't explain things as well as they explain them, but I can give you my thoughts and my views and what I feel to be the best decision for my pets. So let me just say this from the start. I changed veterinarians a little while ago because my vet, although she is a great vet, and I used her for many years, she is a very old school vet. She is a vet that, you know, if they didn't teach it in vet school, then she doesn't believe in it. And that would always drive me crazy because she went to vet school 35 years ago. Things change, new studies have come out, and I need someone that is going to be up with the current times and the current studies, because I do a lot of research myself, and I found myself bringing information to her, and it just made me very uneasy. Just like the raw feeding, I believe in raw food or raw nutrition for dogs, and she would always just, you know, have a fit about that and give me handouts, and I'm like, keep your handouts, you know, thank you very much, but I have done the research and I feel comfortable feeding my pet this way, and I am going to continue. You know, all the while she has the disgusting, horribly, I'm not going to say the brand, food on the shelves. It's a prescription brand that is very popular. And you know, it's horrible food. So I'm not going to listen to her for nutrition, because obviously that is something that she is not up to date on. And I felt like there was a lot of subjects like that in the practice. So I chose to find another veterinarian that was a little more integrative and was a little bit more accepting of my views, and I found a wonderful vet, and he is very open to doing an ovary sparing spay, and is doing research on that right now, because I did bring up my concerns and, you know, my views on it, and he totally agreed. I also use a holistic veterinarian that uses homeopathic remedies and is just a wonderful vet. So I do use both of those, and I just feel like I want to treat my pets and myself and my family as naturally as possible, because I don't believe in unnecessary surgeries and unnecessary medications in my personal life as well as theirs. So with all of that said, I do want to talk about the subject of this video, which is spaying and neutering, and kind of the truths behind spaying and neutering. Now, like I said before in the beginning, and I do want to say this again, if you are an irresponsible pet owner, please spay and neuter your pets. But if you are a responsible pet owner, then please, you know, be open to what I have to say in this video. Now, a little bit about my history with spaying and neutering my pets. My very first dog, her name was Callie, and Callie lived to be 18 years old. She was a medium-sized breed. She was about 45 pounds, and she was not spayed until she was about 7 years old. So she did wonderful. She never had any health problems at all. I am so sorry for all that noise. We are, you know, on the busy highway here, and that was very loud. Anyway, she didn't have any health problems throughout her whole life. She was very, very healthy, and she was spayed at 7 years old. Chi-Chi and Paris, which are my Chihuahuas, were also spayed a little bit later. Paris was spayed at about 2 years old, and Chi-Chi, I believe, she was the earliest, and I think I got her spayed around a year. Harper is 2.5 years old, and she is not spayed yet. And then Stassi will not be spayed right away either. As pet owners, we are conditioned to spay and neuter our pets before their first heat cycle or before they're 6 months old. And we are conditioned to believe that unless you do this, you are an irresponsible pet owner. I don't think that this is true at all. And I believe that there are many, many responsible pet owners out there that are very well capable of keeping their pets intact, at least for the first 2.5 years, without creating unwanted pregnancies. I think that, you know, there is a problem with irresponsible people, and definitely those people need to get their pets spayed and neutered. But for us, for people that are responsible and know how to watch their pets and not let them, you know, go unattended when they are in heat, or if you have a male at any time when there could be a female that is in heat, I think that it's doing us a great service for veterinarians to just want to tell everyone to spay and neuter their pets before they are 6 months old, because there are so many health problems associated with this. And you know, I like when Dr. Becker said in her video that irresponsible pet owners will not become responsible because we, as responsible pet owners, are spaying and neutering our pets. Those people are going to remain irresponsible no matter what. The problem is that veterinarians were taught this way from way, you know, many years ago. So, you know, many and most veterinarians will not do anything differently than what they were taught, you know, years ago in vet school. And there are just so many more studies that have come out to show that removing the sex glands, which is the ovaries in females and the testes in males, especially before the dog comes into full maturity, has caused health problems. Now, as far as the things that they have been studying on pets that are spayed and neutered early, one of the most common issues is endocrine issues. So things like Cushing's disease, diabetes, any of the diseases that are caused by hormones in your body, they have had many studies to come out that suggest that spaying and neutering early tends to increase the risk of your pet from getting these diseases. There are also many studies out on cancer, and just like in humans, where our cancer is out of control, cancer in pets is very out of control as well. There are numerous studies out there on cancers of the heart and cancers of the bone, and in all of these studies, they have proven that the cancer in spayed and neutered pets when they were spayed early on is all of these dogs that have had these cancers, their risk is like tenfold, or 4 to 5 times, I think she had said, for having these types of cancers in comparison to dogs who have not been spayed or neutered. So those are definitely some risks that are increased when you do spay and neuter early. Also, urinary incontinence in females that have been spayed early is very, very prevalent, and a numerous amount of things. I won't go into all of the scientific reasons for this because I want you guys to watch those videos that I have in the box below. They are veterinarians and can explain it a whole lot better than what I can, but I just wanted to let you guys know about this, so that I know that many of you have new puppies and you have come to this channel or stumbled across my channel because you're getting puppies or you have new puppies. And I know, you know, when you go to your vet, if it's not an integrative vet or a holistic veterinarian, they are going to advise you to spay and neuter your pet before they are 6 months old. And I want you to know that there are other options, and that you need to be an advocate for your pet and do the things that you feel are the right thing to do. Just like vaccinations, and that is one topic that I am going to discuss in another video. My old vet, you know, believes in vaccinating every single year. I never did that, and I won't ever do that, and I am going to go all over that subject. I'm going to touch on that or go into that subject in another video. So just be an advocate for your pet. Do some research. There are many, you know, books out there, studies. The internet is a wealth of information. YouTube, look up Dr. Karen Becker, look up Dr. Judy Morgan. They both have Facebook pages, they both have YouTube channels, and they make sense. They really do. And the studies are out there to prove that the things that they did years and years ago in vet school, you know, times change, new studies come out, they start, you know, studying the effects on this and the effects on that, and you have to change with those times. And I certainly, you know, plan to make those changes as well. I don't want to ever get stuck in anything and get stuck in ways of thinking, you know, like they did in the old days, because things change. And so it's important to keep up with those changes and to do your own research and to be an advocate for your pet. Now, I will tell you that most vets are going to tell you that, you know, the chances of getting mammary cancer is going to go down if you get them spayed before their first heat. There's no scientific evidence for that. So, you know, that's what they believe based on theory, but as far as scientific evidence, there is none. Now, the two main issues that you will have an increased risk for if you keep your pets intact until they are old is BPH, which is benign prostatic hypertrophy, which means that the prostate gland gets enlarged in males, and something called pyometra in females. Now, the risk is very low in young dogs, but in older females, that risk does go up. And what happens is, in a pyometra, it's an infection of the uterus. So when a female goes into heat, her vulva gets enlarged, and that could create a bacteria breeding ground where bacteria could get into her uterus. And then when she comes out of her heat, the vulva shrinks back down and everything kind of closes up. And if bacteria got into there, during that time, about 6 to 8 weeks after a heat cycle, you will notice your pet will get very, very ill. And if you're not in tune with your pet and you don't recognize the symptoms of such a horrible, infection, then it is life-threatening. So the key is to be in tune with your pet, and if you know when they are in heat, and you'll know when they are in heat, 6 to 8 weeks later, if they start not eating or getting lethargic, then you know that you need to bring them in ASAP and get them on antibiotics. It is treatable, and it is something that they can treat with antibiotics, and then sometimes they do have to go in and do a spay at that time to save your pet. So it is a sort of a scary thing that can happen, and I'm not going to tell you that that is not a risk, because it is in unspayed females that are older. However, it is not a risk for young pets, and like in my case, my pets, or Stassi and Harper, will be spayed at some point to remove their uterus only, but they will keep their ovaries intact, because I believe that you were given the organs that you were given, and these organs that produce the hormones, they are there for a reason. So I will remove their uterus when the time comes, for only the reason to prevent pyometra, but I will keep their ovaries intact. So that is important that you know. Now, when you have an intact female or male, you have to be very, very, very diligent. And I am going to say this one more time. If you cannot do any of these things, please get your pets spayed and neutered. If you adopt from a shelter, because those shelters and those rescue groups do not have a relationship with the people that they are adopting their pets to, they do have to spay and neuter those pets before they leave the shelter or before they leave their foster homes. I agree with that, because there are so many irresponsible people, and we have too many unwanted pets in this country right now. So this is not what this video is for. This is not for those people. This is for people like you and me who are responsible and who are going to do the right things and keep their pets safe and watched and on a leash when they are outside at all times. Now, as far as, I got a little off topic, which is normal for me, but as far as dealing with the heat cycle, I've never had a male, so I can't tell you anything on, unneutered males and how they, react or what they do. As far as marking, I know that there are belly bands that you can get for your male, and I know that constant training and supervision is a must if you have an unneutered male. I have a lot of show friends that they have an unneutered male in their home and they don't mark all over their house, and that's because of training. So I do know that training is a big part of that. As far as females go, because I have had, my females go into heat, I can talk about that from personal experience. The first thing is that a female dog is not like a human, a lady human. They don't go into heat every month. They only have 1 to 2 heat cycles per year. So it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. The heat cycle, the whole process can last up to 2 to 3 weeks, but it's only happening once or twice a year. So in my experience with Callie, well, really with all of my females, it hasn't been very messy. The only time that it's really been it gets a little messy is at nighttime. If they sleep with you, you may have some blood on your sheets. but you can always get the little diapers and put the little diapers on when you are, you know, in bed so that they don't mess up your sheets. And as far as any other time, I really don't find, you know, when they are in heat, I really don't find, you know, blood or anything like that all over my floors. I do know that, you know, sometimes it's individualized, so I'm sure some females will bleed more than others, some will keep themselves cleaner than others, but in my household with Harper, now she hasn't gone into heat yet, so I don't know how she is going to be, so I cross my fingers on this. But I know with Harper, I never see blood on my floor, ever, and I have ceramic tile throughout my house. So it's not like I have carpet that it's getting hidden or anything. I have tile, and I never see blood, but she's constantly licking herself. And I know that's gross, but that's what they do. So they will, you know, usually keep themselves pretty clean during that heat cycle. And if it is a problem, they do make the little diapers that you can put on them. But please, 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 if you are thinking that a diaper will keep her from being bred or keeping a dog, a male dog, from getting to your female, that is not true. That unneutered male will get to your female. They are very resourceful, so they will go through a fence, they will take that diaper off, they will do whatever they need to do to get to your female. In my life, I'm not around an unneutered male. You know, I don't have males in my home, and then when we are out anywhere, they are on leash. So it's not a problem for me. But I did want to mention that for people who may have, you know, males in their home, or if they go outside, they let their dog outside to potty and they have like a chain link fence or something, don't do that if you have an intact female. So it's just about being responsible and doing what's right for your pet. And like I said again, and I'll say this again, I am, you know, not going to create any unnecessary risk for them just to prevent a pregnancy, because the pregnancy is not going to be an issue in my household. So that's all I'm gonna say on that subject. But I did want to say that if you have any ideas on videos for health and safety, please leave them in the comments below. I will be doing videos on raw food, raw nutrition, however you want to say that. I am going to probably do another video on that. I do give them a couple of supplements, and so I'm going to do a video on which supplements I give. Let's see what else. I do want to do a video on vaccinations and my beliefs on vaccinations. And I need to think about other topics. I do want to do a video on poisons for dogs, things around the house that could be poisonous, foods that, you know, are not good for dogs and that are poisonous to dogs. So that is on my list. But if you can think of anything else, please leave it in the comments below so that I can put it on my list and make sure I cover that as well. Like I said, I am not an expert by any means. I just do a ton of research. I have a lot of books on the subject. You know, I just read a lot. I watch a lot of videos and I read a lot, and my goal is to bring you some of that information so that it will inspire you to do the same. So that concludes this video. Like always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye. Stassi, tell everybody bye-bye. She was chewing on her antler because she was getting restless. She's like, let me go, people. Bye, guys. Hi, guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm here with Stassi, and we are going to be talking about our choice and our beliefs on spaying and neutering. So I know this is a very controversial subject, and if you are, no. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm here with Stassi today, and today we're going to be doing our first video in our section that I am labeling health, safety, and... Hi guys, I'm here with Stassi today. Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be doing our first video in our new section that I am going to be having on this channel. Okay, let me start this again. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on spaying and neutering and our choice to not spay and neuter. Well, I only have female dogs, but to not spay early. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm here with Stassi today, and today we're going to be doing our video. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm here with Stassi today, and today we're going to be doing a video, or our first video in a new section. So we do, let me just say to begin with, we do see a, okay, let me back up. You're so cute. You're such a cute baby. Yes, you are. You're such a cute girl. You eat your antlers? Do you like my leggings? I have these cute leggings on and I like them. They're Lulu Rose. So cute. Cute. Stassi, are they cute? Huh? Stassi approves. She thinks they're cute too. Huh? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.